Oh yeah. No. Do it all the way down. Just keep pressing down. All right. All right. Let's get it going. They look not happy, but it's all good,
Bro, they
Josh.
look not happy to see
They
us.
look upset to see us. Actually, Josh,
Man,
that was a little wild.
we could
That was
fight them.
crazy.
So
I mean, definitely them.
they do not want the
Yep.
sauce.
That
Like,
2v2, that tag team off the top rope. Oh
yo, the
my
2v2 would
God.
be bad
Come
for them.
on now. I better watch them looks. As always, Josh, let's give the people a couple seconds to make their way in. How do you feel about the new logo, Josh? First of all, we have a logo now.
Did you post it?
It's now going to be the thumbnail for every time we go live.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's
yes,
go.
sir. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We are making strides. Well, Josh, look like the people are coming in. As always, if you see this and you see that, and we're right there, that can only mean one thing. That's right. Dun, 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 dun. Your favorite news program, Lunch Break News, as produced by the Lunch Break Boys, is the one, the only, the Pharaoh Live. To my right, a nickname cannot contain this man. It is, has always, and will forever be, Josh. Josh, what is going on with you today, my man?
Well, fall has arrived.
Oh, it's here.
It feels great out here.
Yeah.
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 I'm just ready, bro. I might do an outside run later.
Okay. Dig that. Dig that.
We'll see. But the energy's high.
Shout out to the self-care. Love it, love it, love it. Let's get right into it. Now, the story we've been covering for over a month now, because we're goddamn journalists, Josh.
We are.
Is the great gerrymandering war of 2025. Yes, it continues, and we have two updates for you. One, as we talked about yesterday, the vote did happen. Special session number 2 was in full effect. The POWs was getting PO'd, all right? And we have a vote in favor for the new maps in Texas. Yes, the Republicans won that vote 88-52. No surprise there. It was right across party lines. Republicans were for the 88. The Democrats were the 52. So, Josh, now I'm going to give a little bit more credit to the Dems than I previously did, Josh.
Okay.
This is not me going back and changing anything I said because I stand 10 toes down on all of it, Josh, okay? Right. What I am doing is I'm starting to see the plan. I don't know if it'll be successful. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's a good or bad plan, but I at least see what they were doing, right? What they were doing, which was obvious, was trying to delay the vote, right? But what they did do that I thought was successful is give the rest of their party time to combat with a counter initiative. Of course, that doesn't mean that they knew from day one what the counter initiative would be. It didn't mean by day one they knew exactly what the states had to do to fight Texas or to try to bring something to the negotiating table because they had zero power down there in Texas to beat this vote, right? So what they did, though, and it's being spearheaded by the new face of the Democratic Party, Gavin Newsom, the governor of California. What they are doing is doing an optics war, Josh, right? We saw Newsom, we mentioned before, going straight Trump-pocalypse on X, right? The all caps, they're talking about Trump's little hands, they're referring to himself in the third person, right? Well, what are they doing today in California? They are going to pass, you know it's going to pass, the new district maps in California. The difference between California and Texas. In Texas, once it's voted, that's how it is. The Democrats do have the ability to go ahead and challenge that in court. But because of the Supreme Court's ruling a couple of years ago, we already know how that'll go. Right. Their only basis to stand on would be to say that the maps are going against current voting rights. So they'd have to prove some form of discrimination. Very hard to prove. They're likely not going to do that. In California, though, what's going to happen is once it passes today, which it will pass, then they are going to go ahead and have the people vote on that in November. So they will get to allow the citizens to vote on accepting and adopting those maps or denying them. Josh, real quick before I get into what I believe the Democrats' overall strategy is, any words, Josh, on that passing in Texas?
Funny thing is, making jokes about Trump's hands.
Yeah.
If he did like a Trump meme,
sure.
With that, remember that old Burger King commercial?
Bro.
When I got these hands?
Yes, I
One
did.
of the funniest commercials I've ever seen in my life.
One of my favorites, yes.
100%. But I was just wondering, what are they going to do or talk about once Trump is not around anymore.
That is a
When he's
problem
not
for 3
president?
to 4 years from now, Josh.
Yeah, but like it's
They
just like
can't afford to be that forward thinking at this point.
I mean, I feel like the Dems really aren't
Mm.
forward thinking at all. They all live in the present and all live emotionally, right?
I'm not going to take that side.
But for me, it's just like, what's the overall end game and game plan?
Sure.
I think they should be more focused on presidential candidate for the next upcoming election, because they're going to need all the time in the world to rebuild on the epic failure that they just had, and they need to reshape their political, I guess, normalities or what they're known for right now, as being the quote unquote woke party, the quote unquote illogical party. Money, 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 money. Give it, give it, give it. Let you in, let you in. Please. Cali's doing their thing. I like what they're doing. Just being very upfront and boisterous when it comes to combating the Republicans, Trump in particular. But I just wonder, like, when Trump is not president anymore, is this all they're going to do?
That is a problem for another day, but I definitely understand where you are coming from. Josh, real quick, let's read the comments. Rocco says, we have to get rid of MAGA, otherwise Trump lives on. Sib says, we won't talk about Trump snozy. Also, we have from Wichomimi, I believe, and if I'm mispronouncing that, I'm sorry, that's how it's spelled. It's spelled Wichomimi, right? Says, not the PDF party. You almost got me. You almost got me to say the word that the algo with shadow ban me form. Not this time. You got to be quicker than that. All right, so Josh, so they were able to delay that vote 15 days, right? Now, they made the point to note so this is why I said it's the optics war, right? And they had to convene on what their game plan was going to be. As soon as the session started, it was announced, which we questioned, where we would see the vote in the agenda, right? Will it be the first thing up? Will it be the last? Well, the GOP party was not trying to hide their agenda at all. They put the vote for redistricting at the forefront of the session, which it's smart on their part, because what you don't want is to give the Dems more time to debate those other topics. Say they're talking about, hey, we're going to pass a bill that says 2 + 2 = 4. Everybody can agree on that. But what the Dems can do is they can do a filibuster type initiative, right? They can just be debating that back and forth. Well, what if 2 is X and X isn't, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
What if I'm Terrence Howard?
So they could buy much more time to delay the vote. GOP wasn't playing any of those games.
Right.
What did the Dems do? They had to have known that was the likely strategy, right? So what they did is they came ready, asked a bunch of questions of why this was on their forefront, and pretty much replaced any other topic and said, why is the redistricting maps more important than X, right? One of the big ones that hit and is making its waves through media right now is the fact that they did not put out the voting on more flood relief funds, right? You heard about what happened in Texas earlier this year.
Right.
The camp, RIP to the counselors and the campers. They were taken out because that camp was not prepared at all for the flood that happened there, right? So they really put them through the ringer, asking why that was not to the forefront. You know, anything that has to do with kids is going to pull on people's heartstrings. So they are fighting an optics battle right now, Josh. What the Dems are trying to get out to the people, I believe, to try to win some voters, as always, any political team is trying to do, right? What they're trying to do is make it appear to the voters, whether right or wrong, that GOP has a priority. Their priority is to take power, not to earn it, not to ask for it, but to take it. That's their message. Again, you guys can take whatever side you want, but that is the Dems' message. And I'll be curious to see how well that resonates. As you guys know, it's almost always a flip when one party has a majority in those midterms, right? If the Dems are in power in 2012, then in 2014 midterms, the Dems are going to take a hit. GOP is going to start making gains, and vice versa. We see it every time. As Rocco says, California is using the Trump playbook against him. Kudos to Gavin Newsom. I got to tell you, whether you love or hate Gavin Newsom, you have to be entertained by it.
It's entertaining.
You got to appreciate the gamesmanship of Newsom, because a problem that a lot of the Dems had for a long time is that they always try to take this moral high ground, even though me and you, Josh, know both sides are taking money from the same goddamn oligarch party, right? And they're just leading us with a red or blue carrot. But I do like to see Gavin Newsom showing some cojones and some goddamn charisma.
See,
I like it. I enjoy it.
See, I mean, it's entertaining, but
sure.
Do I like it? No, I don't really like it. Only because it's like, why is Gavin and the party in general, that their strategy is to attack instead of showing why we're better.
Sure.
Like, oh yeah, we're trying to do this, this, and this.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to do this, and this is why it's wrong.
Sure.
Put it on, just putting it out on the table. Hey, we can earn that and attack. Also attack too.
Sure.
We can attack. It's something called multitasking.
Yep.
Like, oh yeah,
that.
it's priority-based things. Yes, okay, cool. But to me, I feel like he has a lot more important things to be focused on in California. Like, bro, entire insurance companies are not insuring properties or because of theft and wildfires, and you're not really combating that at all. Many homeowners can't even get a mortgage because of this. Many homeowners' mortgage are skyrocketing because, oh, we got an escrow analysis. Guess what? Insurance is, guess what your premium is? It ain't even a number. It's called out the wazoo. That's it. That's all I'm saying is, yeah, you got to pay 10x.
Good luck to first-time home buyers right now.
In California.
It is hard out here.
What are you talking about? And then California, isn't this like the Silicon Valley state? This is the state of the higher class, if you ask me. And then it's concentrated areas of low income, right? And then it's like, okay, you're worried about this, bro. Worry about your state. I'm sure he's doing that as well. But tweet some shit about the updates going on with your state. Why it's a great thing to live here. Why are so many people moving from California and moving to Texas, right? Or all these other states, right?
Further fueling that battle between Cali and Texas.
Further fueling that battle. And I'm almost sure this is why he's speaking up so much, because of that fact that so many people are moving from California to Texas because apparently it's better there. I don't know. I lived in Nevada.
That, and the time is nigh, Josh, for anyone who has presidential aspirations as a politician on the Democratic Party. Right. It's wide open. So he's trying to grab it by the balls. Now, I feel you, Josh.
Right.
We've talked about this before. We talked about it in the last few days. The political theater grinds my goddamn gears. But what I'm going to do for now, while it's being played, is I'm going to grab a beer. I'm going to put my feet up, Josh. And we got to at least appreciate the entertainment value.
Wait,
we got to, and that doesn't take away from anything either of us.
You see the comparables from their last candidate. If he's the candidate, it's kind of the same thing, because
that's a fair argument.
You're not she didn't. He's not going to run on what he did. That was so spectacular. He's going to just run on attack.
I hope
will that win?
No, it definitely won't.
It's not going to win.
Because I want to see an interesting election.
Exactly.
Where two sides, it's winnable.
Compelling arguments.
I hope they don't go back into that playbook. Josh, you are on a very tight clock, so allow me to move this along from here.
Don't worry about that clock.
We good.
Don't worry about that clock.
All right, real quick. As you guys know, another Wednesday is in the books. You know what that means. Another breakdown of South Park. Josh, fantastic season thus far.
All right.
They've taken a lot of jabs, right? They took their foot off the gas a little bit on coming at Trump. The previews made it look like this entire episode was going to be Tally in D.C., D.C. taken over by the military, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I was excited for that. Thought it was going to be hilarious, right? They didn't go that route, but still, hilarity ensued. Okay, Josh? We had everything from Randy micro-dosing ketamine and falling into K-holes, right? We had Tally, who's now the sole in the possession of Donald Trump, right? He's his personal nut rag now, it looks like. All right, we had Tally lobbying to Trump, right? And we have Randy is now a tech bro. So what Randy did is try to create more business, more profits for Integrity Weed. You know, everybody needs a little bit of integrity, all right? Try to get that company growing. Who did he go to for help? No other than ChatGPT. What did ChatGPT do? Told him everything was a great idea and told him how to make it better, right? Sharon hated it. Every time she tried to talk to Randy, he talked to ChatGPT instead. So she tried it too. Gave him a stupid ass idea like a French fry salad. ChatGPT, what'd it do? Complimented the idea, said this is great. Sharon said, oh, I get it now. This motherfucker, which, Josh, I'm going to say something to the camera real quick, Josh.
Right.
Take my glasses off. Ladies, take this advice from Sharon. Sometimes they're not looking for an answer. They're just looking to be heard. They're just looking to be heard, Josh.
We're looking for
They're
confirmation.
just looking to be heard. A little confirmation, a little pat on the head. So
affirmation.
Yeah, get an affirmation. You know what I mean? Because we need it too, ladies. We need it too. Anyway, Josh. Back to the review. So she goes ahead and uses those tactics, and at the end, it seems to work because it looks like they are going to be selling Integrity weed to her chagrin and the rest of her family as well. The whole time, we could tell Randy's supposed to be in there for Elon Musk and his alleged ketamine addiction, right, as well as other drugs that they accuse him of.
Probably.
So, also, his new company is not Integrity Weed is no longer a weed company. It is actually an AI-powered marijuana platform for global solutions. That's the type of shit that we see on companies now, Josh. Where I see commercials,
that's
right?
Fire. I'm just letting you know.
It is.
It sounds fire.
But I'll see a commercial, right? And it'll be a horse burning and then jumping over the moon. And then the horse has wings. And then out of nowhere, the horse is a tennis player, Josh, right? The horse is a goddamn tennis player. And then a tennis player has a gallon of milk, drinks the milk, right? And then at the end of the commercial, Josh, it'll be like PNC Bank. Save more. And you'll be like, what did I just watch? What did I just watch? What is happening? What is this company doing? This commercial has nothing to do with what's going on, right? So I digress, Josh.
Bro,
right?
The commercials that get me are for prescription drugs, bro.
Oh, how they're just people happy.
I tell you, it's just people happy, X, Y, and Z. And the happiest portion of the commercial is when they're reading the side effects.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, wow.
As they're like, you may gain worms in your brain. Right. You see like the old man playing chess with his grandson.
They'd be like, prescription for anxiety causes heart failure and liver disorder. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, to summarize, Josh, fantastic episode. A lot of shenanigans. There was some Donald Trump. There was little JD Vance back at it. D-plane, boss, right? Donald Trump was being paid homage from every goddamn major power and CEO that you can think of. They had the CEO of Apple. They had the Qataris, and everyone was coming in telling him he did not have a small package and then giving him a gift. That was distinct. Loved it. Hilarious. ChatGPT, shout out to you. South Park and the makers of it, keep doing your damn thing.
Please do your thing.
You know what I mean? Josh?
ChatGPT is amazing.
Oh yeah. Shout out to that.
Yo, I said, hey, it was like, hey, Joshua. I'm like, what?
Right.
I never told you my name.
Right, who are you?
What?
All right, real quick, Josh, on the last bit of news, we have a couple updates in crypto. One, which is very entertaining to me, is Yeezy is back at it again. He has a coin. Guess what the coin's called? Yeezy. Y-Z-E. It skyrocketed to over $3 billion of market share, Josh. It is now down to 1.5 earlier today. Last I believe I heard was it's under $1 billion now. I think it's a rug pull, but I don't want to get sued by Kanye. So I will say
he will
allegedly a rug pull. But Josh, man, I can't believe that we keep falling for these goddamn meme coins. But obviously, if it went up to $3 billion and down to $1 billion, some very few people made bread, and the other ones are left holding the bag like every goddamn meme coin. Did we not learn from the Trump coin? Did we not learn from the Trump coin?
Did we not learn from the Hawk 2 coin?
Oh, don't get me started on the Hawk 2 coin, bro. All right, so other bit of news in the stablecoin industry is Wyoming is the first public entity to have its own stablecoin. Yes, Wyoming is on the blockchain, baby. They are the most blockchain progressive state, already have been. They had formed a committee for this a couple years ago in 2023. This coin will be, or already is, on multiple platforms. Possibilities are you can pay state tax instantly using this and maybe at a discount, or your income tax, and then it settles instantly again because it's already on that same blockchain in which they'll be tracking it. Josh, they can also encourage banks to use it and receive yields and interest from that just to buy more of their own stablecoin. Stablecoin, of course, is a coin that they like to keep that they work to keep at the value of a, in this case, USD, right? So if someone says stablecoin to you, it's something that's 1 for 1 for the dollar, right? If you buy one stablecoin of X, then it's worth $1 American dollar. That's usually how they do it with a 2% margin.
We're getting in a very shaky area.
It's going to be interesting. There's a lot of benefits to it. There's a lot of risk to it.
Bro, all this is
technology is going to have to keep up, as well as laws.
All this is fractional reserve banking on steroids. This is all this is. You just created, if it's 1 to 1 to $1, right?
Yep.
You just created money out of thin air.
And so
that means states have power to do so. To create a crypto, right? It's literally as if it's literally an altcoin, just like Kanye did.
Yes, it's an altcoin.
Creating something out of nothing, give it value because of belief, right? Same thing with banking. Guess what? You have a deposit, something called fractional reserve banking. I could just create $500,000 from your million.
Sure.
I'm just using arbitrary numbers, but you could just create money out of nothing. Yeah, you're tying it to certain things, I guess, because in a crypto altcoin, you don't have to tie it to anything.
Right.
You don't. Like, you could just say this, state validates it and stamps it.
Yeah.
You're pretty much creating money out of thin air.
Sure.
Which can have, I can see the positives, the benefits. That's all everyone always talks about. But this can actually hyperinflate your state's currency.
Depending on what they do with it.
And what they do with
what they use to leverage it, right? Because it has to be leveraged on something. Blockchain gets way deeper than I'm willing to dive, guys. So if we got crypto bros out here, feel free to share your views. Josh, anything on any of the topics that we covered today before we let the people go?
Well, I would just say, before we let the people go, with crypto in general, if you're seeing, one state does one thing, in due time, all the other states will do so. And there is one king crypto. So what does that tell you that you probably should do? Buy it.
And I will say this, the platforms that this blockchain is running through includes Ethereum, one of the top 2 cryptos right now.
It probably needs it to operate their exchange.
Yeah.
So the thing is, like, that's one of the biggest ones because it has so many applications. I know XRP has a lot of financial applications. Some banking systems are using it, like Bank of America.
Sure.
But say like Ethereum, it's not high right now. Like compared to what you saw,
Bitcoin, for sure.
Something like Bitcoin going.
Yeah.
This isn't high right now. I know for myself, I will be continuing to put a couple dollars here, a couple dollars there into XRP and the Ethereum or whatever. But yeah, I would just do it just for a chance.
Diversify your assets.
Yeah, instead of buying a coffee, throw it in there. You don't even need to put that much money. And Robinhood has no exchange fees. Like something like and then all the other big players, Charles Schwab, Merrill Lynch, you can't even buy this stuff yet. But they are also working on this to be a part of so many investment, retirement plans, pensions, everything of that nature. These things are going to take time. So be early. Don't be late. Always be early.
Even if you don't believe in what they say they're trying to do, once we keep seeing progress, right? We keep seeing more people, individuals, right? And now we see legislation allowing companies to invest, right? And then we're seeing public entities do it. So just like Josh said, guys don't need to fully understand crypto, and this is not financial advice. Don't you goddamn try to take us to court, because Lunch Break News ain't having it. Everything's alleged. Okay?
Everything's alleged.
Everything's maybe.
Everything we say is maybe.
Nothing's advice.
Nothing.
Okay, but some advice for you. Sorry, not joking. Joking. If you see it growing and people are going to keep doing it and it keeps going up, maybe, just maybe, if you got some extra change in a jar, put it in some crypto. That's all. Just make sure it's not any of these goddamn meme coins. Because unless, I need you guys to understand. Some people, Josh, are going to look at this meme coin, the Yeezy coin, right?
And buy it.
And look how it went 1,000 times the value in minutes, okay? And they're going to say, hey, if I invested X amount of dollars, I'd be a millionaire right now. Guess what? You're not quick enough, bro.
Nope.
You're not quick enough. You guys don't understand, right? You may have heard big articles, right, about, or big stories from like how Robinhood and Webull froze during GameStop, right? Think about that times 1,000. These guys who are making money on this already have this stuff preset. You're not beating their algorithm, bro. You're not going to be able to go to your phone or your laptop and be able to put the order in. And then when you see it dumping, think your order is going to get received before that money is long gone. You're going to get left holding the bag, bro. Stay in your place, little bro. And buy the established crypto coins, little guy.
Funny thing is, too, you have to remember that the amount, the volume of coins that are available to even purchase are due from the creator. That means that they can keep as many as they want. Just keep that in mind. Like, they can keep as many as they want. See the value shoot up, could be due to their own deposits, right? And then they pull the rug. That's what they mean by pulling the rug, because the creators are responsible for how many is out there. That's what makes Bitcoin the most valuable one, because there is a finite amount. You can't just make any, and the person who created it, no one knows.
Yep.
I've been doing some investigative research to find out who this guy was.
Sure.
And he may be a criminal. He might be. Allegedly.
Might be.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
He might be one of these smart tech guys that's done a lot. Who knows?
Don't be the one holding it back. As always, just another episode of Lunch Break News. This is Dumb Lunch Break, boys. It's the one, the only, the Pharaoh Live. That guy busting down in the background is, as always, Josh. Appreciate you guys for joining us. Have a good one. Don't forget to follow. We are live for every lunch break. Let's go.